Kwesi Appiah is back for a second stint.
Yes.
Why this decision?
Well, the decision was taken because amongst the people interviewed, he stood tall.
Just maybe someone will say you parted with Kwesi Appiah with reasons that either he lost control of the dressing room or due to poor performance. Has he improved?
No, we didn't part ways because of that. We also didn't say he had performed poorly. Or we also didn't say he has lost control of the dressing room. Contrary to the fact, when we came back from the World Cup and a lot of people were calling for his head, we extended his contract. And that tells you that there was truly nothing beyond, nothing less than competence. He was competent. So it's the reason why we decided to extend his contract. There were factors beyond, the circumstances. That is why we both agreed to part ways. It was not about the issue of competence or him losing the dressing room. Otherwise, we would have been very, very stupid to offer him a 2-year contract extension.
Haji, there was, the day Abraham Grant was unveiled, there was this quote from the president, he said that Abraham Grant has got the qualities they were looking for. He's been able to manage big players with egos. And that is the bane of African coaches. Was that not insinuating that maybe, just maybe, Kwesi Appiah didn't have that?
No, absolutely not. If you looked at Kwesi Appiah's history, for instance, you would say that he even handled the big egos more than perhaps any foreign coach we've had in our history. If you look, some of the players who were suspended under his reign, because perhaps they thought he was a local coach and then you can just walk over him, and they didn't take him easy. It was the reason why the players themselves named him the silent assassin. And once they've said that, that speaks volumes. He's very, very competent. He knows what it's about. And he knows when he has to crack the whip. He knows when he has to be jovial, when he has to, let loose of his guard. And then he knows exactly when to crack the whip.
Touching on competency, did the committee base their decision on the figures they tallied after the interview?
Yes.
And wouldn't we say that Kwesi Appiah had advantage simply because he had managed the team before?
All of those things would count. But that won't give him a taller advantage from, say, somebody interested in coaching the national team of Ghana. If it comes on the knowledge of the team of Ghana, if you want to coach the Ghana national team, you should have interest in the team. That won't give Kwesi Appiah an advantage over you. If you have an interest in the team, you should be able to tell, or be able to explain how we play, our pattern, our players. You should know them. So if you come to the interview panel and you don't know this, certainly in an open field of play, somebody will have the advantage over you. There have been instances where somebody who's never coached the team before perhaps even has a better bird's view eye of what the squad is, which players are on the periphery of the squad, and which players have got the potential to break into the squad. If any serious coach wants to coach the team, I would want to think that that is what the coach would be able to posit. But if you show or you just show that just because the job is available, you want a job, I'm sorry, it's not what we want.
There have been rumors out there that he's going to be working with the likes of Tanko Ibrahim, Stephen Appiah, Lele Kingston.
Well, we've not got there yet. Appiah is currently tied under a contract with Al Khartoum in Sudan. When he comes, we'll sit with him and engage him. and then we'll look at the way forward on the backroom staff. But we've not arrived at that stage yet.
You just mentioned that he's tied under contract. Was he headhunted?
He applied for the post.
Was that a breach of contract?
Maybe he might have spoken to his employers about it. It could be a situation where he might have discussed. It depends on your flexibility of the issues on board. But if his employers were fine by it, you don't know the details of each and every coach's contract. So we have just got just one mandate. The mandate is to look for a coach. If somebody slaps his CV in, we won't know the details of your contract. So if it's you breaking your contract or whatever, I think you have got to sort it out. We didn't solicit for your CV. If you slapped it in, we have got a duty to examine it.
You said on May 1, in the statement released by the FA, he will start his work on May 1. When is he expected to be in town just to meet the FA, to tell them the people he will be working with?
Well, for now, I would want to think that the first duty or the first task for him would be to inform his employers of the decision taken by the Ghana Football Association, one. And then we'll move to the next step, because we don't know when his employers would say, okay, you can pack your bag and baggage and leave and come for your meeting. Those things will be decided in the days to come.
You're giving him May 1?
Yes, we've given him May 1, so that is why we've given him the opportunity. It's about 4 weeks from now till then, right? If it's 4 weeks from now till then, we also don't know the details of his contract. So he will have that to sort out. Once he sorts out, he will alert us on when he's available to come for the meeting. And
when you announced that the Black Star job was vacant, you gave a criteria for coaches interested in the job, where you mentioned that a coach who is taking over the job should let me just be specific on the local Black Stars as well. The person will take care of the local Black Stars. The person must be willing to stay in the country. The person must follow the local game. And touching on the local Black Stars specifically, in other words, must Kwesi Appiah always be in the country?
Well, he must not always be in the country. If there's the need for him to travel outside to meet players, to watch some new players, to monitor some of the players, there's always the opportunity for him to do that. And when he was in charge in the first instance, we did not deny him that opportunity.
Is there a specific target for Kwesi Appiah to achieve?
We will discuss these targets with him when we meet him. It's unfair that even before we discuss these targets with him, we put it out in public. We would want to give him that respect, that yes, we have taken a decision that we appoint him. Would have wanted a situation where we would announce everything at a go. But knowing the country in which we are, after one meeting, by the time you realize everything is out there, it's important that when we take the decision there and then, we announce it. And then subsequently, if there are any things to be added, we'll do it. We'll also do a media unveiling for him.
What's the target of the FA for a coach?
The target for the FA, it's most important that we discuss it with the coach who will take the position first, and then we'll tell you what the target is. But of course, the target, as always, has been that when we enter competitions, we must win.
So the FA is still eyeing going to the World Cup to do 1 point?
Absolutely.
In other words, this is likely to be
one
a target
after
for
two.
the coach.
One after two
One
matches.
after 2 matches, yeah.
Yes.
In other words, this is still a target for the next coach.
It must be a target. We cannot just throw our hands up in the air and say we have one from maximum 6, but so we should just throw our hands up. What if our opponents, drop points? So there's still the opportunity for us to be able to deliver. So we'll work assiduously towards it, knowing that it is difficult, yes, but we'll work hard towards it.
Look at the picture. It is a Herculean task because we got 1 point, Egypt has got 6 points, so we are 5 points behind. Would the coach of the next Blasters, let me say Kwesi Appiah, would his head be on the chopping block if he fails to qualify for the World Cup?
If he fails to qualify for the World Cup,
would the head be in the chopping block?
that has not been discussed at the executive committee level. But what I can say once again is also that let's discuss these targets with him.
You mentioned you mentioned that the
engage him.
FA is still eyeing going to the World Cup. So in other words, it is a target for the coach.
Of course, but would it be fair if you are the employee that even before we have engaged you on your terms of contract, then we are discussing it outside? Don't you think that it is out of respect?
So as we speak, Kwesi Appiah doesn't know the terms of his contract.
It's not been finalized yet, yes. The fine details of it will be finalized. Like we've said that we are signing him up for 2 years. Like we've said, he's starting on the 1st of May. But the tiny details of the rest have not been ironed out yet.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.